We've been witnessing a fiery discussion on the budget in Parliament taking place both yesterday and today. And joining me here on India Today now is Congress MP from Virudunagar, Mr. Manickam Tagore. Mr. Tagore, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. Sir, we had Mr. Kiran Rijiju, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, today speaking, accusing your party, sir, and the opposition in all the India bloc of disrupting discussion on the budget, saying that the opposition is ensuring there's no productive discussion and even accusing you of abusing the Prime Minister.
Thank you. It's very strange for the Parliamentary Affairs Minister to make these kind of wild allegations. We all know that the world is over. The budget session is peaceful, and in budget session, particularly when we are asking the opposition parties are asking right questions and we are asking them their mistakes and the way Mr. Modi's government has become weakened government from 333, 303. They have been reduced to 240 BJP MPs, and they are down to a minority government with the support of Chandra Babuji and Nitish Babuji only. The government is running. We all know that they are in a defensive wicket and the government is a weak government. Instead of answering the weak government's problem, they are just now trying to put the blame.
Mr. Tagore? Apologies, we've lost the connection with Mr. Manickam Tagore. We'll just reconnect with him. He was telling us what the opposition's charges against the BJP right now, as they're maintaining at this point that the BJP is in fact moving forward with a biased budget. So we've been seeing that entire fight taking place in Parliament yesterday as well as today. And let's get you some of the details of what really played out today as we try to establish that connection with Mr. Tagore. There was uproar as opposition MPs protested over the budget again. Showdown continued in both houses as the opposition maintains that this budget is discriminatory and rewards only Bihar and Andhra Pradesh, the two ally states of the BJP. Now, we have again with us Mr. Manickam Tagore. Mr. Tagore, we lost your connection there briefly, but in response, sir, to what you've said to Mr. Rijiju. Now, here's what, in fact, the government maintains. They're saying that the mandate is very clear. The mandate of the people was for us, and the opposition isn't respecting that.
Yeah, where is the mandate? Our question is about the mandate. Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi ji in the floor of the Parliament told about 400 par when they were 303. People voted them and they gave them 240, a reduced number in the Parliament. And now we all know that they have been reduced to a minority government, particularly BJP. And with the support of Mr. Naidu and Mr. Nitish Kumar only, there is a coalition government. It is called an NDA government, where there is a mandate. I am unable to understand this mandate story of my colleague in the Parliament.
No, but the NDA as a whole, even if the BJP, you look at their numbers alone, sir, it's more than the Congress essentially. It's like citing just the Congress numbers and not considering the India bloc as a whole.
You have to understand who was speaking about 400 par, who was having 303, who had come to 240. You have to understand that in mathematics also we will know that from 303, when we reduce to 240, what is the mandate for people? What people has given you a mandate? From 303, you asked for 400 par, but people gave you 240. But you will think that we have the mandate. Where it is?
Okay, let's talk, Mr. Tagore, about the budget right now, because the government is accusing the Congress particularly and accusing Rahul Gandhi in particular of misleading people on the budget, saying that when they say fund allocated only to Andhra and Bihar, that's misleading. Schemes that have been introduced, development projects that have been spoken about is for every single state of the country.
We are not at all having any problem with the allocation of funds to Bihar or to Andhra Pradesh. We want funds to be given to them.
Okay.
We want special status to be given to them. But the way Jumla is being played is our problem. The way discrimination is being played is the problem. The way the right allocation has not been given to the other states is the problem. For example, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Both the states had faced national calamities in a big way in the past 1 year. Though both the governments were asking for help, in Karnataka there is rain. Now also Tamil Nadu there is a lot of problem there in the national calamity issues. Not even a single money has been released to us. What we are asking is that union government work is to divide money to all the country states. It is not. It can't discriminate on the states where on whose help their kursi is being dependent. This government is kursi Pachao's government.
No, you're
Mr. Modi
saying...
has lost the majority and he is in a weak wicket. That's the story now.
No, you're saying,
They don't
Mr.
want the
Tagore, you're
parliament-
saying you're not opposed to funds being given to Andhra and Bihar. You refer to Tamil Nadu. Yes, there's no fund allocated to Tamil Nadu. But as far as relief funds go, Cyclone Big Chom, yes, there's a back and forth, but the central government has provided funds under the NDRF.
Take 34,000 crores of money Tamil Nadu Chief Minister asked. There was central team has visited. Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman herself was visited Thoothukudi. And the Rajnath Singh ji, Defense Minister, visited Chennai. We thank him for visiting that thing. But about the funds, what about the promises? Is there a word in the budget about it? No. The problem is that only. We feel that we are being discriminated because the people of Tamil Nadu voted against Mr. Modi. Therefore, we have been discriminated.
But do you
Our problem
expect
is that
every
only.
state, 28 states to be named in Nirmala Sitharaman's budget?
Then why name only 2 states?
The 2 states, according to the BJP, Mr. Tagore, are states that need the funds.
No, other states don't need fund then.
They're
BJP
giving...
don't.
No,
whether
so allocation of funds,
states-
yes, allocation of funds is for Andhra and Bihar, but other states get development projects, yes?
We have to understand that when in the budget speech, why Nirmala Sitharaman ji has to mention only 2 states. Instead, she can mention other states also. 4, 5 states are there, which is having problem under this. Give special status to Andhra Pradesh, give special status to Bihar. You are not giving that. You are telling that 15,000 crores of rupees for Amravati, we will arrange. What is that arrange? Where you will arrange it? You are not committing that we will grant from the budget. This is the problem. This is Jumla politics of BJP. They are cheating Andhra Pradesh. They are cheating Bihar. They are cheating the country also. They are giving the wealth to both the big industrial houses whom they depend upon. The problem with this government is that only. We are speaking that in parliament. They are getting agitated. They are saying that we are attacking Modi ji. We are not cheerleaders there. We are opposition party. We will find fault in your governance. We will find fault in your budget. We will find fault in your allocation. You have to answer. You are not answering.
No, that's fair. What you're saying, that as opposition, we will raise these issues. That's our role. That's what we will do. We will criticize the government. Having said that, sir, the next 2 days, we're going to be seeing the Niti Aayog meet taking place. And several opposition chief ministers, the Tamil Nadu CM, the Karnataka CM, the Telangana CM, some of whom belong to your party as well, have said we're not going to be a part of this meeting. Is that really the way forward? See, the Bengal chief minister, for example, has said she will be a part of the Niti Aayog meet. If not being a part of the Niti Aayog meet, won't that create a problem, a disadvantage for the state? Is the state suffering as a result of politics?
It's a very good question. Maybe I need to explain it in a better way because we have to understand that the states, federal level, where the planning commission was there earlier and it has been dismantled by the Honorable Prime Minister when he took over as the Prime Minister in 2014 and named it into Niti Aayog. Where Niti Aayog has to respect all the states. There is a federal structure in the Niti Aayog. What they are doing in the budget, you discriminate against states, few states. That is also particularly Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Himachal and others. They are being asking for funds for floods. They are not funds for their marriages. Big marriages they are not holding. They are asking for floods. That floods also you are not ready to give money. That's the problem here. What the problem is, how to show that we are upset with your decision not to allot funds in the budget. We are announcing that we will boycott the Niti Aayog. Instead of creating a ruckus in the Niti Aayog, we boycott it. Because let them reach out. What I am saying is in a democratic process, when the chief minister speaks, the federal structure, what they should have reached out to the chief ministers and tell them, no, we will discuss about your issues under that. You are invited. Please come over. That is the way forward. But BJP wants to do a politics on it. Therefore, only they will say that state government, state chief ministers are not coming. It is not parties. It is the chief ministers. Chief ministers have decided that we will boycott this thing because our state has been discriminated in the fund allocation in the budget. What is wrong in it?
No, the problem is, Mr. Tagore, it's exactly what you're saying, that these are chief ministers. They're not representing a party, they're representing a state. And if there was a need for dialogue, maybe that's the way to have gone forward, with dialogue. Mamata Banerjee is saying she'll attend the Niti Aayog meet because she says, I have to put my state interests first.
Good. That is, everybody has a different approach. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan is attending the meeting. He will have a different, he will have a different approach. Our chief ministers, Tamil Nadu chief minister, Karnataka chief ministers, and Telangana chief minister, and Himachal chief minister have a list of demands to the prime minister. They are already spoken in the meetings with the chief prime minister. But in the budget, they were expecting that there will be some kind of relief. There will be some kind of change in the mind of prime minister. But Mr. Modi, after being weakened in the number in the Lok Sabha, is not changing. He is just behaving the same arrogant way this government usually behaves to the chief ministers. That's the point here I'm saying. Punjab chief minister is also skipping the meeting. Every chief minister, Jharkhand chief minister is skipping. Why? Because you are putting the chief ministers in jail. You are making the chief ministers, Jharkhand chief minister, as well Delhi chief minister in jail. How that you can expect the chief ministers to come to your meeting when you want to put in a fake case in jail on the ED pretext? ED has, because the law changed, they had only changed the law. Therefore, they are in jail now in a wrong context, in a wrong case, in a fake case. Because this kind of attitude is not going to work. If you want all of us to work together, that would be a conducive atmosphere.
So you're putting the onus, on the government, saying they must initiate dialogue, they must ensure there's a conversation. Mr. Manickam Tagore, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today, for taking the time out and taking all of our questions on what's playing out right now in Parliament and the politics surrounding it. Thank you very much, sir.